Hello students, in the previous 6 classes we have completed 11 paragraphs in our lesson My Mother. Who is the writer of the lesson? Who wrote it? It is written by APJ Abdul Kalam. Who is APJ Abdul Kalam? Abdul Kalam is our former president. Our former president of India. Okay. In the last class, in the last paragraph, we learnt a great excellent statement. That is, Abdul Kalam said, I learnt a great lesson from my mother's life. That is, it does not matter how large or small your sphere of activity is. What counts finally? The commitment that brings to the job is very important. If you may be an engineer, a lawyer, a great businessman, that is not important. How you are working in that place, how you are giving justification to your job is more important. మీరు ఏ పొజిషన్లో ఉన్నారనేది ముఖ్యం కాదు, మీరున్న పొజిషన్లో ఎంత మేరకు ఆ యొక్క జాబ్కు న్యాయం చేస్తున్నారనేది ముఖ్యం. ఇట్ ఈస్ ద గ్రేట్ లెసన్ లెర్న్డ్ ఫ్రమ్ హిస్ మదర్స్ లైఫ్. Abdul Kalam learned a great lesson from his mother's life. Her mother Ashima looked after everyone with God, with utmost devotion. She served everyone, look after. She satisfied to everyone. So her world is only family. Her world is her family only. Her career is look after everyone in that family is her career only. It's a great lesson. Abdul Kalam learned a great lesson from his mother's life. Okay? In the previous class, we have learnt that. Okay? Today, I am going to teach you 12th and 13th paragraphs. Okay, students, see the textbooks, the page number 5. First of all, I read the paragraph, later I explain you. Okay, see the textbooks. My father lived to the age of 1 or 2. When he passed away, he left behind a family that included 15 grandchildren. His passing away affected me deeply. I came home from my work at Tumba and sat by my mother for a long time. When I had to leave, she blessed me in a choked voice. I was in the thick of building the SLV-3 rocket and work beckoned me. She never once asked me to stay back. Should I have done so? Should I not have been so preoccupied with my work and instead spent time with this old lady who I was never to see again? I have asked myself this and do not have an answer. My mother passed away soon after my father died. It was perhaps fitting that she would not live alone without the man whose side she had never left for over 80 years. Okay, students, now I explain the paragraph. Listen to me carefully. My father lived to the age of 102. Oh my God, 102. His father lived to at the age of 102 years. When he passed away, he left behind a family that included 15 grandchildren. When he passed away, he means Abdul Kalam's father, Jainuddin, when he passed away, he left behind 15 grandchildren. 15 grandchildren. Abdul Kalam has a sister and 3 brothers. There are total 5 children to their parents. Except Abdul Kalam, all are married. Abdul Kalam has not married. His 3 brothers and a sister, they are all married. They have 15 grandchildren. They have all 15 grandchildren when he passed Jainuddin. His passing away affected me deeply. His passing away, his death affected me deeply. I disturbed a lot. When I hear the news of my father's death, I disturbed me very loud. I cried a lot. I came home from my work at Tumba. When my father died, I was then in Tumba in Kerala. Tumba is in Kerala. Then I was in Kerala. I came to my birthplace Rameshwaram from Tumba and sat by my mother for a long time. I came to Rameshwaram and I came to my house and sat by mother for a long time. When I had to leave, she blessed me in a choked voice. I came to my house and the funerals also completed. Then I had to go to Tumba again. Why? I was a great scientist. I was a scientist in Tumba. I am involved in making a great satellite launching vehicle. So when I had to leave, when I had to move, she blessed me. She means here Abdul Kalam's mother. She blessed me in a choked voice. Choked voice means generally when we are in deep sad, how do we utter our words? How do we speak? Generally, when we are in deep sad, our voice also comes just sadly. So it is called choked voice. అంటే ఇది గర్గలమైనటువంటి స్వరం, ఏడుపుతో ఉన్నటువంటి గొంతు అన్నమాట. అంటే అతను అబ్దుల్ కలాం ఇంకా తన యొక్క తండ్రి యొక్క అంత్యక్రియలు పూర్తయిన మళ్ళీ తుంబా అంటే కేరళకి వెళ్ళాల్సి వచ్చింది అనమాట. అప్పుడు వాళ్ళ మదర్ అంట దుఃఖంతో ఉన్న గొంతుతో ఆశీర్వదించిందంట, అంటే సెండార్ ఇచ్చిందన్నమాట. సో I was in the thick of building the SLV-3 rocket. SLV means satellite launching vehicle. SLV is a rocket. అంటే SLV-3 రాకెట్ అనేది శాటిలైట్స్ ని మనము స్పేస్ లోకి లాంచ్ చేయడానికి ఉపయోగించే వెహికల్స్ అన్నమాట. సో I was in the thick of means involved in a very busy work. అంటే నేను SLV రాకెట్ దాన్ని తయారు చేయడంలో చాలా బిజీగా ఉన్నాను. And work beckoned me. The complete responsibility is on me. The work of SLV-3 rocket, making the work of the complete work is I am only the responsible. She never once asked me to stay back. మరి నేను అలా వెళ్ళాల్సి వచ్చినప్పుడు she did not ask me to stay back. అంటే అక్కడే ఉండిపోయామని ఆమె ఎట్టి పరిస్థితులు అడగలేదు. Should I have done so? కానీ అలా చేయొచ్చా? అక్కడి నుంచి అలా వెళ్ళిపోవచ్చా? తండ్రి చనిపోయి జస్ట్ 1 day అయింది, అలా వెళ్ళిపోవచ్చా నేను ఆ ఇంటి నుంచి? Should I not have been so preoccupied with my work and instead spent time with this old lady who I was never to see again? మరి అలా వర్క్ నేను మా తండ్రి చనిపోయి 1 డే మాత్రమే అయింది, అలా ఇంటి నుంచి వెళ్ళిపోవచ్చా? లేదా నాకు చాలా బాధ్యతాయుతమైనటువంటి ఒక పనిని అప్పచెప్పారు, ఎస్ఎల్వి రాకెట్. ఆ పనిని విడిచిపెట్టి ఇక్కడే ఉండిపోవచ్చా? ఇక్కడ ఏది ముఖ్యం? I have asked myself this and do not have an answer. I asked to myself only, what is the better? There is no answer. There was no answer. ఉండాలా పోవాలా, తుంబాకు వెళ్ళాలా ఇంటి దగ్గరే ఉండాలా, అక్కడ ఏది ఆన్సర్ లేదు. సో మనకి ఇక్కడ ఏంటంటే దేశం ముఖ్యమా కుటుంబం ముఖ్యమా? వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఇంపార్టెంట్, వెదర్ ద ఫ్యామిలీ ఆర్ అవర్ కంట్రీ? వాట్ ఈస్ ద ఇంపార్టెంట్ హియర్? మనము దేశం ముఖ్యమా కుటుంబం ముఖ్యం అంటే దాదాపు ఎవరైనా సరే దేశం అనేది ముఖ్యమనే చెప్తారు. అవర్ కంట్రీ ఇస్ ద ఇంపార్టెంట్, అవర్ కంట్రీ ఇస్ ఇంపార్టెంట్ దెన్ అవర్ ఫ్యామిలీ. Okay, so Abdul Kalam also given more priority to his country than his family. So my mother passed away soon after my father died. మరి అబ్దుల్ కలాం తన యొక్క కుటుంబాన్ని వదిలిపెట్టి తండ్రి చనిపోగానే he went to Tumba. Soon after few days his mother also died. Within few days his mother also died. It was perhaps fitting she would not live alone without the man whose side she had never left for over 80 years. They both are lived together more than 80 years. My father and my mother, they both are lived together more than 80 years. That's why she cannot live without my father. That's why she also died within a few days. Okay, this is 12th paragraph, students. Okay, now I am reading the last paragraph, the 13th paragraph. See the textbooks. After I received the news of her passing away, as I made my way to Rameshwaram, memories of her assailed me. The two people who had created me, not just as their child, but molded my thoughts and personality, were now no more. I would have to live out the rest of my life without their guidance. But I knew one could not have lived long without the other. And that is what comforted me as I returned to the mosque where I had learnt to pray with my father. The Ajahn from the mosque once used to bring all of us together, our parents leading all the children in the prayers. Now it is a sweet reminder of a beautiful childhood, of parents lost to time, of a mother who understood her boy's deepest feelings, even if they remained buried in his heart. When his father died within a few days, his mother also died. He again came from Tumba to Rameshwaram. After I received the news of her passing away, as I made my way to Rameshwaram, memories of her assailed me. When I heard the news, I immediately started to Rameshwaram. Her memories remembering me. When I coming to Rameshwaram, her sweet memories are coming to my memory. The two people who had created me, not just as their child, but molded my thoughts and personality, were now no more. The center of my world are the two people. Who are they? His father and his mother. The two people created not only me, they created my personality, they created my thoughts. Abdul Kalam just not a ordinary person. He was a great scientist. So they created not only a ordinary person. They created a great scientist. They created a great thoughts. They created a great personality. So they are no more now. They both are no more now. His parents are no more now. They both are dying. So I would have to live out the rest of my life without their guidance. So I could live my life without their guidance. In these days, they guided me a lot. How would I live? How would I go? How would I my livelihood? But their guidance is no more now. They both are died. But I knew one thing, but I knew one could not have lived long without the other. And that is what comforted me as I returned to the mosque where I had learned to pray with my father. After completed the funerals of my mother, I came to the mosque where I learnt the prayer. My mother and my father lent the prayer to all my family members, all my brothers and all my sisters. They lent religious ethics. They lent to all our family members prayers in the mosque. I came to that mosque. I remember my father and I remember my mother where I lent the prayer. So the azan from the mosque once used to bring all of us together. The azan means a call for prayer to Muslim public by a specially appointed person. He is Mujin from a mosque. అజాన్ అంటే నమాజ్ చేయడం కోసం ముస్లిమ్స్ అందరినీ గట్టిగా కేక వేసి పిలవడం. మసీద్ నుంచి వెళ్ళి ఒక మైక్ ద్వారా ఒక ముజిన్ అనే వ్యక్తి అందరినీ నమాజ్ రమ్మని పిలుస్తుంటాడు అనమాట. దాన్నే అజాన్ అంటారు. ఆ యొక్క పిలుపుని ఏమంటారు? అజాన్ అంటారు అనమాట. సో the azan from the mosque once used to bring all of us together, our parents leading all the children in the prayers. Our parents lent to all our family members the prayer. So I remember the azan who called from the mosque. The person is my father. My father Jainuddin is a mujin in the mosque. Mujin in the Rameshwaram Great Mosque. So now it is a sweet reminder of a beautiful childhood, of parents lost to time, of a mother who understood her boy's deepest feelings, even if they remained buried in his heart. So the azan, the mosque are the sweet memories to my childhood. They are remembering to me when I see the mosque. So our parents leaded our all family members. They learnt prayer. They learnt religious ethics to all. So my mother Ashiyamma, who understood the boy's deepest feelings. She is no more now. The sweet memories are coming to me. But she stayed in my heart permanently. She physically no more, but she is always stayed in my heart. In my heart means Abdul Kalam's heart. Okay? This is the lesson, students. It has 13 paragraphs. Okay? Once read the vocabulary. Vocabulary means glossary. Meanings also from the page number 6. And once read the summary also. The summary is in page number 2. The summary is in page number 2. Okay, students, I request to all, please buy the textbook, intermediate first year English textbook. Okay, thank you very much, students.